There's nothing nicer than a light chiffon cake on a summery Sunday. I love this one because it's just a few ingredients, but getting the method right is the most important part. It's about 140 grams of flour. So we want to sift the flour and then separate the eggs. I like to separate straight into the bowl using my hands. The egg should be at room temperature. The white of an egg beats much fluffier when it's not cold. And you see, like doing this, they separate so easily. We're going to add the caster sugar to the yolks, and we beat with a wire whisk to get them as fluffy as possible, and that's really important. The fluffier they are, the better it holds the whole cake. Now you can see the consistency of these eggs. They're thick and creamy and beautiful. And now I need to fold my flour in. It's important to use a nice big silver spoon, and you want to fold, which means over and under, to get that mixture completely mixed together. So it's quite stiff. We're going to add some egg whites to it just to give it a little bit more body. It's very important to beat them a little bit fluffy first before we add a pinch of cream of tartar, and that stabilizes the egg whites. So we're going to add the cream of tartar and then beat them until they're very stiff before we add any caster sugar at all. So I'll add the caster sugar and continue beating. They look absolutely beautiful. Caster sugar beats in much faster than regular sugar, so we don't need to wait for those granules to dissolve. But now I need a little bit of egg white to add to this very heavy mixture before I can fold the two together, because the weight will just lose all my air. Now always egg whites or light mixture on top of heavy mixture, and do it just long enough to get it completely mixed through, but not that you lose your volume in your egg whites. So I'm using a chiffon tin, which I've greased already. We'll spoon it in. Make sure that the batter's evenly spread. So just give it a little shake, and that goes into a 180-degree oven for about 30 minutes. A chiffon cake needs to be turned out as soon as it comes out of the oven. So you want to turn it onto a rack, and then very gently, because it's quite hot, turn it out, and it should literally pop straight out of that tin. It's perfect. Now we want to let it cool on the rack. I've put some paper here just to ensure that it doesn't stick to the base. So we'll peel the paper off, and while it's cooling, let's whip some cream. We're going to add a little bit of icing sugar. It sweetens it, it just adds that little bit extra, and it holds the cream really nicely when it's whipped. Once the cake is cooled, we're going to cut it. You need a nice sharp bread knife to do that. And gently work your way through to the middle so that you've got two beautiful halves. We're going to put it onto a beautiful cake plate and spread it with delicious cream. We've got some strawberries and kiwi. So you want to see the layers, and for me that's the part that makes it really beautiful, is having the colors in between. And we finish with a few more strawberries and some kiwi. And there you go, the perfect light chiffon cake for a Sunday afternoon tea with family and friends.